Hello, welcome to Salt and Light Canning. I'm Jessica and this is my kitchen. I'm happy that you're here. Today I have like a lot going on, but I wanted to bring you along. I'm going to be doing some pickling of several different things, and I wanted to show you how I make the same brine over and over and over again. It's not difficult. What changes it is what else I put in the jar. So I'm going to start with 8 cups of water. And to my water, I'm going to add 8 cups of vinegar. You can use apple cider vinegar. You can use just white vinegar. Use whatever vinegar you like to use. Just make sure it's at least 5% acidity. This happens to be apple cider vinegar. Then I'm going to add 8 teaspoons of sugar, which is approximately 3 tablespoons. If you don't know, there's like conversions on Google. It's easy. And then I'm going to add 8 teaspoons of canning salt, or again, approximately 3 tablespoons. You can use whatever. Some people don't use canning salt. They use like pink sea salt. Just don't use iodized salt. I'm going to put this on the stove and get it heated up, get my salt and my sugar dissolved. I'll be back when I'm doing something else. All right, so I have some beautiful okra that we grew in the garden, and all I've done is wash them and then poked them just a little bit to help them absorb the pickle juice. And now for the okra, what I want to do is some red pepper flakes and some of this pickling spice. Besides the okra, I also have some banana peppers that we're gonna pickle. I don't think that I'm gonna need more than 2 or 3 jars for the okra, but we'll see. I'm also going to add, I remember I pickled some garlic a few videos ago. Well, I don't have any fresh garlic right now, so I'm gonna put some of this garlic in my jars. And it's going to be delicious. So we'll do a few cloves of garlic in my jars. And my green tomato salsa is popping. Anyway, since I have my spices in my jars, I'm going to add my okra. And just do the best that you can, okay? You can cut up your vegetables if you want, or I leave them whole, but you do what works for you. It's always like putting together a puzzle. Just get them packed in there. Please let me know what you're canning and what you're doing in your kitchen. I love to hear from you. What's going on in your garden this year? Did you grow lots of amazing things? Now for the banana peppers, I don't want garlic in my banana peppers. So I'm just gonna add some red pepper flakes, just about a teaspoon. And I'm going to add about a teaspoon of pickling spice. And I'm just going to do the same thing with the banana peppers. Just poke them a couple times and put them in the jar. If they're too big to fit in the jar, I'll cut them. If I don't have to, I won't. Some of these are just so pretty. And of course, if you want to slice your peppers, go ahead and slice your peppers. Please make your peppers how you want to make your peppers. You do not have to go how I make my peppers, okay? Please do you. All right, now that I have all of my vegetables in the jars and I have seasoning in the jars, I'm going to put my brine in the jar. Let me grab something to debubble. You can use a chopstick, a debubbling tool, whatever you happen to have. So I have my brine, have my paper towels, have my funnel, have my vinegar. I'm going to fill up my jar to about 1/2 inch head space. This works great if you ever just have a little bit of stuff coming in out of the garden and you just need to get it preserved quickly. There's all kinds of pickles. And you can make all kinds of pickles with the same brine and just change what you put in the jar with it. And it's delicious. Debubble as best we can. Since we stuffed everything in the jar, it's kind of hard. We'll just do the best that we can. Then I'll take a paper towel, a little bit of white vinegar, clean the rims, lid, and a ring, just to finger tight. So pretty. I love the way everything looks in a jar. It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, and I love it. Well, my canner is full, and it's been full and going all day. Have water covering everything and a splash of vinegar. I'm going to get this turned on. I have 4 quarts of the okra, and then the rest is, and I have 4 quarts of peppers in here. I have 14 jars total between the okra and the peppers. I'm going to get this covered. I'm going to bring it to a boil and process for about 15 minutes. When you're canning pickles, it's like really simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. You can use one brine for multiple kinds of vegetables, just add different seasonings, and your canning time is usually always about the same. So I'm going to bring this to a boil, and I'm going to process at a boil for about 15 minutes, and I'll be back when I'm taking them out. So our water came to a boil, and I processed at a boil for about 15 minutes, and I'm waiting just a couple minutes before I take it out. You always want to wait a few minutes before you take whatever you're canning out of the canner, because you don't want it to be siphoning. Because like if it starts siphoning, then you can end up with your jars not sealing, and then you have to reprocess, and it's just, why go through all that work to have to just reprocess everything? Just don't do it. So I'm going to take it out. These are just beautiful. Pickled vegetables are probably my favorite because they just look beautiful in the jar. Just love it. Hope this blessed you. Hope it encouraged you. Just don't be afraid to try. It's really, really easy to pickle vegetables. If you don't do anything else, at least you can do that with what is coming out of your garden. Please let me know what kinds of pickles you like to make. Let me know what you're growing in your garden. I love to hear from you. Check out my links below. You'll find my Etsy store and my Amazon storefront, and just lots of information. We have been so blessed this year. God has really just abundantly blessed us with our harvest and new opportunities, and I am so thankful for everything that He's done, and I'm thankful for you. Please know that you're loved, and be a blessing, and be so blessed. I'll see you in the next video.